Hello, in this lesson we're going to focus on the following question. What is air pollution? Lesson objective. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define air pollution and describe how human activities contribute to it. Today you will learn about air pollution and how human activities contribute to it. Before you read, name 3 facts you know about air pollution, write 2 questions you have about air pollution, and then write an analogy about air pollution. The first thing I know is that air pollution is caused by human activities. I also know that smog is a type of air pollution, and I also know that people who have asthma can have a very difficult time living in a place with high levels of air pollution. Generating questions. How do I ask good questions? Good questions start with who, what, where, when, why, and how. Brainstorm a list of at least 12 questions about the topic. Here are some question starts to help you generate good questions. Why? What are the reasons? What if? What is the purpose of? How would it be different if? Suppose that. What if we knew? And what would change if? So let's use those question starts to generate some good questions. The first question that I want to know is, what are the reasons for smog pollution? The second question I want to know is, suppose that you lived in a city with high levels of air pollution, what can you do to protect yourself? What kind of questions were you able to come up with? Were you able to use any of the question starts? How do your questions begin? Are your questions thought-provoking? Finally, write an analogy about air pollution. The earth is like a fishbowl. It is a contained environment. What goes in stays in. Independent work. Air pollution. Can you imagine wearing a mask to filter the air you breathe when you go outside? In some parts of the world, there is a large amount of air pollution. Air pollution is any type of material that is in air and makes it unsafe to breathe. Air masks can filter pollution from the air so that people do not breathe in toxic gases, fumes, or small particles. People who live in cities with a lot of air pollution must wear air masks to enjoy outdoor activities. Smog is a problem. Have you ever watched a piece of wood burn in a campfire or fireplace? When materials such as wood burn, smoke is given off. This smoke rises into the air. In large cities, a lot of smoke gets released into the air. This is because cars and trucks burn fuel and release clouds of smoke. Factories and power plants may burn oil, coal, or natural gas to get energy. They have tall stacks that release ash, smoke, and chemicals into the air. In crowded cities, smoke from burning fuels sticks to particles of water in the air. When the mixture of smoke and air is heated by sunlight, the result is smog. The word smog comes from 2 words, smoke and fog. Smog makes air look hazy. Smog can cause health problems for people. Effects of smog are harmful. Your lungs take in air and use the oxygen from it. If other materials are in the air, your lungs can become irritated. People may cough or have trouble breathing. Air pollution can also irritate your eyes by causing them to become red or itchy or burn. In some areas of the world, especially large cities with areas that manufacture goods, smog causes major health problems. How are these places dealing with the problem of air pollution? Smog is hanging in the air over this city. On days with a lot of smog, people may be warned to stay indoors. Smog can be a serious problem for people with asthma. Asthma is a condition that makes breathing difficult. If people with asthma live in or visit an area with a lot of air pollution, they could have serious trouble breathing. After reading, Name 3 new facts you know about air pollution. The first fact I found out was the text states that in places with high levels of air pollution, people wear air masks that can, quote, filter pollution from the air. I also found out that the text states that most air pollution is man made. Quote, factories and power plants may burn oil, coal, or natural gas to get energy. End quote. And finally, the text states that air pollution can have major health risks. Quote, people may cough or have trouble breathing. Air pollution can also irritate your eyes by causing them to become red or itchy or to burn. End quote. Now, next section. Did you find the answers to either of your 2 questions in reading? Use text evidence to support your answer. Well, these were my 2 questions. What are the reasons for smog pollution? Suppose that you live in a city with high levels of air pollution. What can you do to protect yourself? I found text evidence. When the mixture of smoke and air is heated by sunlight, the result is smog. This sentence tells me how smog is created and where it comes from. So, I'm going to write that in my answer, for my answer. The text states that smog is created, quote, when the mixture of smoke and air is heated by sunlight. My second question was, suppose that you live in a city with high levels of air pollution. What can you do to protect yourself? I found in the text that says air masks can help filter pollution from the air so that people do not breathe in toxic gases, fumes, or small particles. I'm going to use that for my answer. The text states that one way to protect yourself from high levels of air pollution is that, quote, air masks can filter pollution from the air so that people do not breathe in toxic gases, fumes, or small particles. Now finally, write a new analogy about air pollution. Smog is like a blanket. It covers cities in a thick cloud of toxic gas. Thanks for watching. See you next time.